Hey there, NavyDoc5184 here. Welcome to another Cobra Kai reaction. We are reacting to episode 2 of season 6 titled The Prize. And I have a strong feeling that this is probably going to be a Kreese heavy episode, considering that last episode ended with Kreese appearing with what I'm assuming is in Korea, seeking Master Kim as she's training her students with, I believe the proper term she used was Zojang. I believe that is the proper pronunciation. I hope so. But so far, it's been pretty much what I expected. I feel like all 5 of these episodes, I will admit, I was surprised with the fight that we got in episode 1. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot of physical conflict. I'm really expecting a lot of, like, I guess you could say emotional conflict, internal conflict, you know, all sorts of things, but basically everything just to kind of set up, because I feel like that the first 5 episodes are going to be a complete setup, and then, you know, just kind of like your movie, how you have like 3 different acts. You got your first, which is like the backstory, the setup and everything. Then you got your second act, which will probably contain most of the action, where most of the conflict takes place. Whereas the third act, you'll get like your final showdowns to cause the resolutions. So that's how I'm expecting this to go. So I'm not really expecting a lot. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying I'm not expecting a lot. I'm not expecting a lot in terms of action. I'm expecting all 5 episodes to really take turns and getting everything set up. And, you know, I do have to keep kind of getting myself, you know, to just suspend, I guess you could say, reality, because really, in all honesty, there's no way Kreese should have made it to Korea. But I mean, without Silver, you know, we really don't have much of a antagonist, you know. But, you know, Lord, all I know is that I really enjoyed what we got in episode 1. Really looking forward to seeing episode 2. Like I said, I expect it to be pretty Kreese heavy, but I'm also curious to see, you know, what goes on with Tori and Sam now that they're kind of starting, you know, to mend their relationship. Kind of like what happened with Robbie and Miguel, you know, where, you know, they finally got their stuff together. So I'm really seeing what happens with Tori and Sam. Looking forward to the great team up of Daniel, Johnny, and Chozen. I mean, I know we've had it, but now it's like official. I mean, they're all under one name, under one banner, and I love what they did with the Miyagi-Do logo, where they still had the eagle in there to incorporate Eagle Fang in there, which was great for Johnny. And speaking of Johnny, Sirius, I mean, you see it all throughout the series, or I said serious, but all throughout the series, where he's had a lot of character growth. It's like he's still got, you know, his edge to him, but I feel like he's finally getting a lot more mature with everything. You know, especially that last bit when he was willing to fully give up the name Eagle Fang, because he realized, well, I shouldn't really say realize, because I feel like Eagle Fang was solely Johnny's, but I understand exactly what he was saying. You know, it's just basically, you know, like a splinter of Cobra Kai, which is John Kreese's legacy, which is something that he does not want to share with the world. And I completely understand that. And the thing about Cobra Kai is, despite what happened with that, you know, I don't always associate that with Cobra Kai. I mean, I kind of do, but it's just because of Kreese and Silver. But again, that's just what they taught. When Johnny had Cobra Kai, he had the right idea, where he was trying to take away some of the stuff that Kreese was feeding him. But, you know, Kreese was just obsessed with the whole no mercy idea, whereas Johnny was finally starting to realize that, you know what, there are times where, yes, you do need to show some mercy, but it's just all the other stuff that Kreese threw in there that really made it bad. It goes back to the first Karate Kid movie, where Mr. Miyagi said there's no such thing as a bad student, only a bad teacher. And Kreese was what made Cobra Kai such a bad thing. But unfortunately, you know, it's just that name association. But so, while I don't fully agree Johnny completely doing away with it, I understand why. You know, it's like he's still taking the stuff he learned from Cobra Kai, but he's willing to start incorporating the Miyagi-Do on there. And honestly, with those two mixed together, I can't wait to see how it all turns out. So let's go ahead and get started with episode 2, The Prize. Hey there, thanks for stopping by and I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the content and would like to give some extra support to the channel, feel free to check the description for various ways to do so, some which will include an affiliate link to Dubby, which you use, you get a 10% off your order, and also a link to my merch store, which is constantly running promotions and deals, as well as a link to my Patreon page, which you can get exclusive perks and content. Naturally, liking the video and leaving a comment helps as well. Thanks again, and I will catch y'all down the road.
Just gotta say one more goodbye.
The car's already here.
Don't worry. I know where she is.
You must be talking about Kim. I gotta learn the rest of her name because I know technically Kim is the surname.
That's enough! Respectfully, Master Kim, you should be training her, not punishing her for wanting to learn.
Yeah, you are a student. Not very good student, if you ask for mercy.
When the circumstances called for it, I didn't show mercy.
Circumstance? Lesson for whole life.
Ooh. Wow. Talk about a callback. Oh boy. That's a trick.
My granddaughter.
Oh, but oh, what's he about to do? Oh. Oh, child. Oh, child. Dude, no. Dude.
내일부터 후리온 시작한다.
Interesting. I need to start carrying a notebook with me because I got a lot of notes I want to take there.
I learned that first steps are harder the second time around. I hope my next step brings me to Stanford University.
Dang, I forgot about the fact they're all like getting ready to graduate high school. They even mentioned that in the last episode and I already forgot about it.
Go more for the jugular at the end. They'll be begging you to go there.
What about you? What do you think?
It's great, even though I'm kind of the bad guy in it.
I'll change your name.
Oh, no, dude, I'm kidding.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, that's gross. That's gross. That's gross. That's gross. Oh.
And Miguel wants to go to a college we don't have the money for.
Tournament will fix this.
The tournament
Yep.
is still months away. What do we do in the meantime?
Okay, well, thank you, Carmen. That was kind of the question I was going to ask.
I was blinded by the promise of bringing grandfather's karate to the world.
That promise can still be kept. You earned a spot in the Sekai Taikai.
It is not up to me.
Master Kim.
Oh, hell. Oh, should have seen that coming, honestly.
Hey.
Oh, you got a lot of brochures.
Looks like a college fair at the high school. I remember those. Vaguely, but I remember them.
Where are the bells of the ball?
Is that where we are?
Oh, yes, my friend. They are fumbling around our dresses trying to cop a feel of our tantalizing brains.
Tell me, you didn't just say that.
Bros looking to post up at a college a little closer to home, or they keep you close to home, set you up for a big school later, and they take that weight off mom and pop's wallet.
Oh, you know Miguel's firmly thinking about that after what he overheard with Carmen and Johnny.
I have an issue with the pipes. Carmen's place is flooded.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny.
Unless I can find us someplace better to rent.
Sarah's Market.
How do you know what kind of market it is anyway?
Setting Sunset. Property Brothers. All my shows.
As weird as it sounds, why do I fully envision Chosen watching those type of shows?
But the time has come to spread your teachings to the rest of the world. With your blessing in the Sekai Taikai.
No.
Master Ken, maybe you do not understand.
I understand.
Homeboy never learns, does he?
My granddaughter went to America. She made promises. She failed.
Technically, she didn't.
Always focus on prize. Never see enemies standing away.
Okay.
Give you chance. Prove self.
Okay, that wasn't the way I was expecting that to go. And honestly, I have something else that kind of threw me off guard too. I'm gonna get into that later.
What's up, guys?
Kyler, you go to school here?
Nah, it's more like this school goes to me, you know what I mean?
What's up, Brooks? You look good, man.
Thanks, man. All new teeth.
I'm really sorry about that, dude. I was in a bad place then, and
It's all good, buddy. Play karate games, win karate prizes, you know?
Hey, at least he's a good sport about it.
We'd see you and Brooks both go here.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of impressed.
Goes to MIT.
I'm sorry, did you
What?
say IT?
Yeah. And he's killing it too.
Wait, what?
So what's it, guys?
Wait.
We hanging out or what?
Okay, there is a lot to unpack with that last minute.
Taguchi, I don't know you. Who are you with?
Independent realtor. Very select clientele only.
Mr. Lawrence, it's a pleasure. Can I ask what you do?
Oh, he is partner in emerging valley business.
I love how Chosen is being very vague with his descriptions.
Well, I appreciate that, but it's a pretty competitive situation. Is that your car? My client is looking for a tenant who's a little bit more stable.
The hell are you calling unstable? I'll knock that dumb haircut right
John-
off your stupid face.
Johnny!
Johnny.
Well, you're the one who said he had a dumb haircut. I'm just agreeing.
Johnny. You know, I feel like everything I said about Johnny before I started this reaction, he's trying very hard to prove me wrong.
You want to prove self? Return knife to me. But be warned. In that darkness, you will find more than just Unjangdo.
So what kind of crazy stuff we gonna expect with this?
Unjangdo.
Oh, no. I don't do snakes. I don't do snakes. Nope.
I'm gonna take that knife.
Oh, that's a no. No.
Hell no, to the no. Hell to the no.
Oh. I'm doing a reaction, yet I can't watch. Oh. Okay, I saw a little bit of that, and that wasn't... Now, granted, I might be saying that it's not the best CGI I've seen just because I just caught a glance, but I can't, I can't do snakes. I can't do snakes. Honestly, Conan the Barbarian has totally ruined me when it comes to snakes.
Did
I tell you could drink my beer, bitch boy?
No, sir, Mr. Zinker. Go make me some jungle juice, yeah? Yes, sir, Mr. Zinker.
Had that happy juice.
Hey, are you gonna let him talk to you like that, man?
Nah, what? That's just how they talk around here, bro. You know, we good.
That is so crazy to see. And seeing Kyler not only on good terms with Miguel, but Miguel trying to tell Kyler to stand up for himself?
I swear, if he wasn't doing all the bitch work, I'd say we just ditch his ass.
Oh, we're definitely ditching him once pledging's over. Listen, he gets into this frat over my dead body.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh man, this place is even better.
Oh.
And
if you think I'm gonna rent a house to a degenerate with a weird car and a sketchy family, I got news for you.
Johnny, be calm. Johnny, be calm.
Gentlemen will excuse me. You can excuse yourselves. Hey, sorry about that, man.
There you go. There you go. Good job, Johnny.
Are you John Lawrence? I saw you fight in the All Valley in '83. Well, you were awesome, man. You had insane skills.
Catch 84?
Nah, I missed that one. So what's an All Valley champ,
I
frickin'
mean-
prom king, doing at little Stevie's house?
I'm just a guy looking to make a better life for his family. Teenage boys, pregnant girlfriend, or mom. I know I may not be the ideal tenant, but, you know, I could really see a place like this becoming my home.
I'd be honored.
Nice work, Johnny.
How's your credit?
Oh.
Wealthy relative who died.
Man, unfortunately, he's still alive.
I actually own a couple houses around here, so if you can get your financials on track, I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah, John Lawrence.
Nice. Now he's just got to get a steady job and establish some credit. Honestly, he just got bit by cobras, chilling in a cave. How is he not gonna die? Like, for real this time.
But you did this to yourself. You did this to me. You're the true enemy. Standing in my way. You're my weakness, but I'm not yours.
You should be rotting in a cell.
You must really hate me. Do you even understand how much that hurts me? And I never feel fear, except when I fear for you.
How would you
And
feel?
I never show mercy, except to you.
You tried to choke him out when he was a teen. Oh!
But all you really are is just the enemy standing in my way.
Okay, I know that was just an hallucination, but uh-oh.
I don't know nothing about Safaria, but this place is lit.
I love how he still calls him Rhea, though, but it's more of a term of endearment now.
Yo, vacuum. Clean this up. Suction mode. On.
Alright, if I got anybody who's been in a college frat or is currently in a college frat, do they really haze like this?
The truth is that you are never, and I mean never, getting into this frat.
Come on, Kyler. Why am I rooting for Kyler?
Your loss.
Yes! Do it!
Bitch, don't you know I know karate?
Why am I rooting for Kyler? Nice! Nice, Dimitri! Nice! Wow. You know what? I thought I liked seeing Robbie and Miguel team up, but I think Miguel and Kyler I'm enjoying way more. Nice, Kyler! Oh my god, y'all, this is so ridiculous, but I am here for it. But I just want to say that chokeslam would make Kane very proud.
Alright, I'm trying here, man. I'm working the Miyagi-Do program and kicked that guy's ass today. Thought that was supposed to change things.
Look, Johnny, Miyagi-Do's not a quick fix. It actually can help you become a more centered person. But that doesn't mean your problems are gonna go away overnight.
That's the whole point. But, I mean, Johnny is desperate, so I totally feel him.
Maybe it's time you ditch the gig work, you know, and get a real 9 to 5.
I mean, yeah.
Round 2.
How did you survive round 1 is what I want to know.
This time you're not gonna get me. Because I got my eyes on the real prize.
Why are you guys so worried about this anyway?
Because we want to go to MIT.
You want to learn to fix washing machines?
Midwest Industrial Training.
Oh!
That's incredible.
I'm stoked.
A different MIT. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
You know, I had goals, I had dreams. I just didn't stick with them. The safety is always gonna be there, bro. You gotta chase after that damn dream.
That's weird hearing from Kyler.
Did someone really knock out Zanker?
Yeah, man. Say less, man. That was me.
If you're looking for another house, you're in. No hazing. Just, as long as you can be that badass all the time.
Hey!
Yeah? I used to kick this guy's ass all over the valley. Tell him, Rhea. It's true.
I mean, he's not lying. Oh, that is so cool, though. Oh, this show, guys, I tell you what. This show is crazy.
Hey, Johnny. What's going on?
I've been thinking about your generous offer to work here, and well, decided let's give it a whirl. Where do I park my briefcase?
Just excuse me one second. Thinks I offered him my job.
What do you think's in the briefcase? My money's on a bologna sandwich and a pile of junk mail. Oh! Someone sold a car.
You're gonna look so hot in this.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Daniel LaRusso.
John is a real treasure.
John?
He made me feel so comfortable.
Well, sometimes you have to be aggressive, but it's important to listen to the customer. It's all about balance.
Well, I'm gonna send my whole family here.
Well, John here would be happy to help all of them.
Yeah, yes, he would.
Welcome to the LaRusso family.
Thanks, man. Well, what are you waiting for? Get the lady or bonsai.
He actually said it right. I'm not gonna lie, that was nice. Oh, how is he still alive?
The prize. It's not about the prize. It's about eliminating what stands in the way.
Whoa! Oh, I don't like this.
I'm in danger!
Oh, I don't like this.
Nothing will ever stand in our way again.
I don't like this. Oh boy. Alright, y'all, that was Cobra Kai Season 6, Episode 2, The Prize. And, talk about such a back and forth episode. I mean, you had everything with... First off, I was not expecting Kim to still be alive. I gotta learn the full name, because I'm going to confuse myself when I keep talking about Master Kim, because am I going to be talking about Krisa Sensei, or am I going to be talking about the granddaughter? Maybe instead of saying Master, I'll just say either grandfather or granddaughter. After this, I'll try to get the names and try to learn them right so I can do this right, because I got to remember that with that, you know, the first name that's brought up, that's the surname. So, oh my goodness though, but was not expecting him to be alive. And then that thing that he sent Kreese to do, I have a feel, man, I thought Kreese was off the rails before. I think this just made it official, because he practically just disowned all of ties he had with Johnny, which means he's not gonna care. And that makes him very dangerous. I mean, he was dangerous enough as is, but now, oh my goodness, I can't even think about that. But man, like I said, just so many things, and I'm really gonna have to start keeping like a notepad or something and just making quick notes, as the show goes along, or maybe I'll just have a notepad open on my computer or something. I don't know. All I know is that what was it that Master or Grandfather Kim said? I think it was during the flashback when he was talking about the whole for whole life thing, and I was talking about the callback on there. But that just shows you such difference in philosophy. Whereas Mr. Miyagi was teaching Daniel when he was talking about his lesson of balance, how that doesn't apply to just karate, but that applies to life. But how Master Kim to Kreese said pretty much the exact same thing, but instead of balance, he was talking about no mercy. And it's just so crazy. And even seeing like how he treated his own granddaughter, I'm like, good Lord, that is a child, but why would I expect any less? Kreese did the same thing with, I mean, yeah, they're older, bigger children, but bottom line is teenagers are still children. And Kreese was about to choke out him, which really is why it's like, I always feel like he's just so full of crap when he talks about how much he cares about Johnny and everything like that. I'm like, he lost the tournament and you were ready to kill him. So, yeah, don't give me that crap about how you care for him, but man, oh boy. Only problem is now, what's Kreese gonna do with this newfound, I'm not gonna call it newfound rage, but basically I'm just gonna say with his complete loss of humanity, But I will say this, there was a point in there I started to feel a little sympathetic for granddaughter Kim, because you could tell that she really had strong emotional ties with Kreese. But there are some points where it's like, despite how she was last season, I'm almost looking at her now, I'm like, maybe there's a chance she can kind of be redeemed in a way, But we'll see as the rest of the season progresses, maybe, with Kreese, getting in there, maybe something will happen where maybe she's like, maybe this isn't the way, maybe she'll see something from Miyagi-Do, where, kind of like with Sean, where Sean, when they had the fight in the batting cages, and Sean was seeing, noticing, the fact that Miguel and Robbie weren't taking, clear open shots on Sean, and Sam and Tori were also doing the same with Kenny, where they weren't out to fight, and Sean saw that, and it made him kind of change his own tune on how he felt about them, and telling Kenny that he should give them a chance. I wonder if something like that might happen with granddaughter Kim, during the Sekai Taikai. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, just so many arcs. And this show, what is it about this show where I can go a whole 5 seasons hating on a character, and then in one episode, I'm freaking rooting for him in a fight, and I'm talking about Kyler for sure. It's like, how in the world do they do that? That is not fair that they're able to do that so well. I mean, me sitting here like cheering on Kyler, but then it's like, as I'm cheering him on, I'm like, why am I cheering him on? He's a jerk, and but oh man. And then even feeling bad for him, and then seeing him and Robbie, not Robbie, but him and Miguel working together, cheering together, and then having that little heart to heart. Man, that is so cool. And as much as I want to say I really wish they would continue on, I'm actually kind of glad that they are stopping it and not going too far. Because, I mean, I think that's a lot of mistake a lot of people do when they make series. When they get to the point where there's like a perfect end, but it's just so popular, it's like, well, let's find a way to continue it. And that's when things kind of start going off the rails, and you just think about just really that just does more damage than good. I'm like, even though it may be clamored for, sometimes you just have to know that there's just really nothing more we can do with the story, And I think that's why I really appreciate what they're doing with this final season, whereas all the other seasons, are 10 episodes, whereas this one's 15 episodes, but they're breaking it up in, segments of 5. And I think that's really to make things, I guess you could say more coherent in a way in terms of the storytelling, because as I said, everything here, even though we're getting a lot more action in this than I expected, I'm not even gonna lie, so I do kind of appreciate that, but it's still clear that these are all just setups, and I'm very anxious to see how the rest of this, I'm just gonna call them acts. So we're in Act 1 of Season 6. I'm very curious to see how Act 1 finishes out, because it does look like it's going to be a complete setup. Didn't get any Tori and Sam, but we got quite a lot. I mean, between Kreese and his training, Johnny trying to find a place for the family to live, which, you know, kudos to Johnny. I know I was a little worried about him at first, but he really made some, you know, strides, and, you know, is really doing some good stuff. Very curious to see how he works as a car salesman, though. That's going to be fun, but that was a nice little dynamic, you know. Give props to John for that, you know, and, you know, hopefully everything works out for them, you know, but definitely curious to see what Miguel decides to do with the college, because I know that he was considering, I think, doing the community college, it looked like, you know, to help, you know, because we know he overheard, knowing that they can't afford for him to go to Stanford, but, you know, but then he had that talk with Mitch, you know, or not Mitch, but Kyler, and Kyler really had a really good point on there that I think people really need to take hold of, you know, where he said the safety is always there, you just gotta go for the dream, you know, and, you know, I see that resonate with so many different people, especially when it comes to content creating. You know, like, I might do reaction videos, you know, and maybe it wasn't so much a dream of mine to become the biggest YouTuber in the world, but at the same time, I remember watching like the React channel, watching other people's reaction, watching people gaming on YouTube, and seeing, you know, just the joy it brought. You know, I'm just like, you know, that would be great if I could do something like that, you know. And it's like, and that's why you see me change so many things on this channel, but it's because I'm trying very hard to not just stick with what just works. You know, it's like, you know, it's like I got people that I react to that I know for sure are going to get me the views, but they aren't, well, yes, they are regular reactions to the channel, you know, I can't just stick with that. I gotta, you know, take a chance, because what if there's something out there that maybe people aren't reacting to that people would really like to see? You know, it's like, I'm not going to know that unless I give it a shot. You know what? If I fall on my face, I fall on my face. That's the only way I'm going to learn. But at least I've learned, you know, and it might take a few videos where I'm like, okay, this is not a route I'm going to go, because the algorithm is rough sometimes. But, you know, I mean, just look at what I'm doing here with doing the reaction to movies and TV shows. You know, this channel started off as a gaming channel, then it turned into a reaction channel. Then I was like music and TV, then solely music. Now it's back to both. You know, this is such a process that really takes a lot of time, and I'm just so thankful, you know, that I got, you know, people here, you know, that really support me with this, because it does take a lot of time, you know. But with everything that's gone on, you know, I've had to reduce stuff, but again, it's a learning process, but you just gotta go for it. You know, I know that when the time comes, when I do certain reactions, I know I'm going to get the views, I know I'm going to get the engagement, and that's all well. I appreciate all of that, but I'm not just going to stop there and be like, this is all I'm doing, because what happens when that content runs out for me to react to? Then what am I going to do? You know, but that's why I'm also incorporating other things on here. One of the things, actually, I won't bring it up in this video, I'll bring it up in another one, because it really has nothing to do with this. I've already gotten off track so much, but man, I never would have thought that Kyler would have got me going on a near, you know, 2 to 4 minute rant on, you know, really trying to chase your dreams and everything. But it's just so true. You know, sometimes, yeah, you kind of got to go the safe route, but at some point, if you got a dream, just go for it. If it doesn't happen, you know, maybe it's just not meant to happen that time, or maybe it's gonna lead you to what you're really meant to do. You know, there's so many cases, you know, think about how many times where people might have, you know, tried to go one route for something that didn't work, but it put them on a whole different path. Like, think of Carl Weathers. He started off as an athlete, and then that got him, you know, noticed, and he became Apollo Creed, and look what that did for him in his acting career. You know, you can easily start off on one path, but then look at where it takes you. You know, that's just an example. I'm sure there's many more that I'm easily missing, but again, another fantastic episode. This, oh man, it's so bittersweet that this is the final season, but you know, if they do this right, like I said, we know it's the final season. If they can just somehow make it to where we still want more, you know, it's like I'm all for that. But you know, they sound like people where they're not going to continue on. But whew, boy, well, definitely looking forward to episode 3, that's for sure. But all that being said, I'm just going to thank y'all for stopping by and watching this. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so, and also hit the notification bell so you can be aware of any time I upload a reaction video. And definitely be sure to check out my other Karate Kid reactions right over there. Thank you again for stopping by and sticking around. I'll catch y'all down the road.